Right, so I saw this page the other day, and of course, using the image of Cristiano Ronaldo, I had to take a quick look, of course, right? So I don't know if this is one of his businesses, if this is they are using his image. I have no idea whatsoever. This is the very first time that I'm even watching or checking this specific page. But as a funnel guy, what I did was I clicked, I analyzed, and then I interpreted. So this video is about the things that I found that, based on design theory and conversion representation theories, they could help improve the page a little bit. But then again, if you're watching this, all this is based on design theory and conversion representation theory. It's not based on real data, so it's always subjective. But this is what I believe if I was hired to work on this funnel, and these are the things that I would take a close look at. So, very quickly here, when we land on this page, we can see that this is a weight loss program, and it's about habits, not so much about other aspects of losing weight. It's more about habits. So I believe that this is, or the position here is selling a system that's also powered by AI for some reason. I don't know why they added powered by AI, but it's a system powered by AI that is related to Cristiano Ronaldo some way, and is going to help you with habits and habits that last. So this is more about human connection. This is all about more about mindset than it is about macros and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, when we go to the navigation bar on top, we have the brand there. That's fine. We have the way to change the language here. Usually, I actually like to add these on the right side, but this is just personal preference. When I click here, there's a little bit of a UI glitch, so I would definitely fix that. Not because it decreases conversions, but it kind of decreases brand, quality perception. And the main reason why is because when the higher the level you go, the more attention to detail you need to have, because a lot of people have this specific idea about Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So perfectionist, talented, hardworking. So anything that has or uses his image should also reflect those values, I believe. So yeah, that's the main thing. Also, instead of having these things here, I would just add icons of the flags. Anyway, these are just a few small things. They are not really conversion rate related. Then talk to a specialist and start free assessment. These are two call to actions. I would only add a talk to a specialist because the start free assessment is already all over the page. So I wouldn't really add two CTH right here. I would add just one that adds comfort, that because again of all the things I'm mentioning here, of the position that I believe this page is sharing. So that's what I would do. I would just add talk to a specialist, maybe add an email on the left side. Email in this specific case would be very cool. And yeah. Now, going for the hero section, of course, we can see Cristiano, and then we have all these other things. So if we change, I'm curious, if we change the language, does it change the image also? I don't think it does. Okay, so it just changed the text, which is a detail to have in mind, because thank you, Rita. Hey, I have updated your meal plan, but if I'm going for other languages, I kind of would like to have these changed as well. But then again, these are just small details, and the main reason why I'm even mentioning these small details is because of the level of that is associated with the values of the people that are going to land here. Okay, it's important to understand that the how your audience is going thinks is going understanding how your audience thinks is very important, because if you if you don't understand that, you don't understand the values, you don't understand what the brand means to them, and whenever you create something that deviates from that idea of the brand, it might hurt the user experience a little bit. Now, followed by Cristiano, healthier life. So this is about a healthier life, connect with weight loss and habits. That's okay, I would say, depending on what they want to go for. A system powered by AI and backed by a team of training and nutrition specialists, all from the comfort of your home. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this copy, to be honest with you. I wouldn't emphasize the system powered by AI. I would emphasize in terms of how different this is from other stuff. Is it just because it has, like, if I removed CR7, if I change this image to something else, how would I change, or how would I add the value, or how would I share how different this is from everyone else? So there's one thing that I would probably test is this paragraph. Not a big fan of a system powered by AI. In my opinion, because it's leading with CR7 and habits, I would say I would relate it with a system with multi-tier levels of complexity, for example, based on all the habits, or based on Cristiano habits of high performance, and and then I would also add nutrition specialists and team of training for that purpose as well. Now, another thing about positioning, I see a big problem here in terms of positioning. Weight loss associated with Cristiano, I don't see that happening. It's like, but maybe that's me. That's my personal view. But I don't believe Cristiano was ever fat. So mentioning CR7 weight loss programming or program, whatever, it doesn't really make sense, because I cannot feel the struggle or the journey he went through from going fat to fit. I can't see that journey. Okay, so there's a small disconnect there. But of course, if you love Cristiano's brand, it's not going to be a huge thing, but it might disconnect. Every point of friction that you add in a funnel that can be removed, it should be removed. So the weight loss program, you kind of want to what I would do here is I would value the weight that you see the weight. I would add the weight of the brand. Am I going to lead with the brand, or am I going to lead with the program of what it is? I would not combine the two. So if I want to lead with the brand, I would say something like, this is the story. Okay, I would say something like, we got together with Cristiano and his entire team of health and wellness specialists, the best of the best in the world in nutrition, in exercise, in gaining muscle, in gaining performance, and in losing weight. And we created several programs. This one here is specific for weight loss. So this is backed by Cristiano, right? Because this is backed by his team. This is backed by everything combined. But that way you are connecting Cristiano to an idea. You are not connecting the idea to Cristiano, and that would remove that friction, and it would also make a lot of sense. So you would create a reason, a logical and emotional reason to communicate to those who are a fan of Cristiano and those who are not, but they know who he is. Then start with assessment, talk to a specialist. I wouldn't do talk to a specialist here. I'll only add on the navigation, on the top navigation bar, since it's already there, or on the bottom icon. So here, oh, but these are the cookies. Okay. So these are the cookies. I thought this was going to be like a chatbot or something. Interesting. Okay. So those are the cookies. Okay. So here, start free assessment. There's lack of social proof somewhere. But another thing that I would say, Ryan, is I don't know here exactly what is going to be, how different it's going to be. Is this, and this is a very, very big concern that you want to address, is this something temporarily just to make millions of dollars on launch and then forget about it? Or is this actually going to be serious and it's going to be something that you can rely on for the next year? Because the weight loss journey is a long journey. So it's not like a 2 week journey, it's a 2 year journey. So you kind of want to have that in mind, and you want to share that message, so that people don't just join by impulse, making it a brand to make millions and then forget about it. This is something that is going to be there for your entire journey. You can trust, and you can not only join for the impulsive purchase and connection you have with this brand, but also because you have a need and you want to make that happen. Okay. Now, so lack of testimonials here, lack of social proof, and you don't really need, like, if this is a new program, you don't really need to have a lot of crazy testimonials, but you most definitely have that sense of, okay, this is real, this is something that I can see credibility and proof somewhere. So instead of this button here, I would add a video of a few members of his team talking about how much effort they've put on this program, and they didn't just want it to make this whatever like Power BI. They wanted to make this the best of the best with the most accessibility and the most support. So they have AI, but also they have humans and all that stuff. So I would do that change, but that's me with the very little data that I have from the project. Very little. I have no idea. I have no data whatsoever. Now, on the right side, we have Cristiano, but then we have a few problems here that I consider them to be problems, right? Which is AI and AI. So these two images are clearly AI. This image here is also, maybe I'm wrong, but a photo montage. So I don't know. For brands like these, their standards they are super high. So their standards, their client standards, their audience standards are super, super high. So I would also make sure that the brand Heracles also represents that, unless this is just AI. Like, if this is just an AI program, then you don't want to do that. But because backed by a team of training and nutrition specialists, kind of says otherwise. So this thing here, it's a lot of mixed feelings here. Okay, and we are around 13 minutes, and we are just talking about here section here. Then we have start with a 2 minute assessment. So there's a lot of priority for the assessment. We will ask some quick questions to recommend you the best approach to. This approach here is like really, really straightforward. It's just like, hey, we are gonna do this. Done. It's not an inviting one. It's just like, we are gonna ask questions, and we are gonna recommend you stuff. So again, I don't like that approach just because it's not. It doesn't have that connection with the audience, and then this UI is not so good. Like, we have these bullets that they usually are below, like underneath that stuff, and now I just clicked on that stuff, so they are underneath, because it just makes sense to the people read this and this and this, right? So it just makes sense to stay in the same level of balance, not the other way around. This is a huge stretch to go from one place to another, but All right. So free assessment. Hi, I'm Kai, your Reckless Protocol assistant. Before recommending a program, so here is will be very very cool to. This is an assistant protocol assistant, but if this is AI, this is an AI powered program. I kind of want to know. Okay, who's Kai? Is this a chatbot? Is this? So of course I know that it is, right, but it's like we kind of want to make that thing as clear as possible. So start assessment. This program is for healthy adults. It does not replace medical advice. If you have a medical condition, talk to your doctor before, so they are protecting themselves. What's your name? Now here, there's kind of like these two items, this one and that one. They are very very similar. They both look like a field, an opt-in field, or a field input. So that kind of it can distract. Again, these are small details, but high standards. There's no need. You could remove these. There is no need to make these that complicated. What's your number? Sure, I guess. What's your date of birth? Okay, so I'm not gonna be doing this entire thing, but anyway. So you already asked 3 questions. Continue assessment. Okay, so that's good. Your assessment was saved. Continue whenever you are ready. Okay, so the assessment is saved. Start over. Continue. Anyway, it's okay. It accolades by CR7 program. So this is a 3 to 6 months, one plan tailored to you, one team dedicated to you. So this is highlighted for some reason. Regular appointments with specialists. That's fine. One of the things that I would do is start these 2 or 3 should be very important, and then these last 2 should be very important. Okay, so you want to mix. Let's say that you have 20 things or 10 things. You want to divide it by priority of the most important or not, but it's not going to be like most important here and then slowly fades to the least important. You want to have most important, least important, most important again. So here you have your own AI agent, dedicated chat with specialists. Discover my recommended duration. This program is for healthy. Okay, so this is a weird CTA. My recommended duration because it's 3 or 6 months. So they have 2 plans. They have a 3-month plan and a 6-month plan. I don't know. So far, I don't really know. Each month includes 1 training and 1 nutrition appointment. Okay, 7 things that will make the difference. Not another diet, a system that makes the difference. So when you say this is good, but I want to feel this as someone who goes to the page. Okay, this is something that show don't tell. I need to see that it is. So if it's not just another diet, I have a lot of red flags in terms of discomfort that they don't really suit that branding. Okay, I already mentioned a few. I'm going to mention a few more. All these are AI generated images and not with a lot of quality. Maybe this is not, maybe it is, I don't know. But all these other ones are. So, high standards. This is a brand, they had probably, we assume they had budget. This is not like a project that's done from one person. And they could have taken pictures, real pictures of things. And even these kind of, I don't even know, like this is a tablet, a representation of she's watching on the phone. Like this is very weird. Like all this stuff, it doesn't really connect with people, That's what I would say. And then you have, there's no information, but that's fine. There's just the text. Diets ask for willpower. Diets ask for willpower. Okay. Okay. I understand it. I like it. I just think that this could be explained a little bit easier. People commit to our program because we make their life easier. Again, not super personal, and people commit to our program because we make their life easier. I understand the meaning, right? Making their life easier is good, but do you feel the connection with the copy, with the brand, with the purpose? I don't feel it. I feel the opposite. I feel a disconnect from their audience. And then AI, there's very little contrast here as far as everything is the same type of storytelling, um, ambient. There's not a lot of diversity, and diversity is important because they are pattern interrupts, and each one of these, stop thinking about what to eat or train. You know what to order when you eat out. Shop right at the supermarket. Real time adjustments when life changes. All these are different, and if the pattern looks the same, people are gonna have less willpower to actually go through each one individually. They are just gonna see what these are. They're gonna see the images. They are probably not gonna even gonna read this because the readability here is not very great. They are definitely gonna skip this stuff. And then we go to FAQ. All right, so there's a lot of stuff that is not that is missing. There's a lot of stuff missing. Like, I would like to know their approach on the various different departments of weight loss, in terms of diets. What type of diets are there? What do they recommend? What if I have any food restrictions? Or I want to see a face, most likely, of someone that looks like a professional, a nutrition specialist, a training specialist, talk about that. And we don't have that page. So this page looks like they had like just a few days to plan it and launch it as fast as possible. So Heracles. So this is not gonna go to TikTok, right? Let me see. Yeah, so this is huge red flag. This is huge red flag. Privacy. They don't have a privacy, neither terms. Okay, they have terms. Okay, but I don't know, man. At this point, I don't even believe that this this is coming or founded by CR7. I would really, really, really be careful about it. I wouldn't join it. So, yeah, that's my impression. But take it with a grain of salt. This is just from a perspective of a user, and I have no data whatsoever. I'm not affiliated with none of this stuff. I was not hired to do this or whatever, so I have no data about it. I'm just analyzing the page as a user, with and with what I interpret from that. So hopefully that was cool. Any questions, just let me know.